podcast and chill. Matt G, the Ghost Lady, and Len Moleko.
It does work because people like me will tell you, go to Mfana. Let me make you an example. One of the actresses, very famous actresses in the country, huge, over 1 million followers, doing really well, career, very, very famous. You all know her. I'm obviously not going to say the name. Sbu, I just got a gig to go up here on a party on a Friday, and then Saturday I must post for them on my social media, and then I'm getting 100K. Do you think I should buy a car cash, or should I? And then, you know what I said? I was like, if I was you, I wouldn't buy a car. I would treat that gig as if it has not even happened. I would treat that gig as if I did not even get that call. But I'd take that 100K, I'd go look for affordable townhouses, whether south of Joburg or those suburbs that are not Sandton, where property is less than a million. You can get property for 500,000, 700,000. That is affordable. Take that 100,000, throw it in there, get a bond, and then get an agency to manage it for you. They'll take about 5 or 7%, and then you get a tenant to get in there. Let it pay itself. Forget about it. If I was you, that's what I would do. That's the advice I gave her. And then she's like, but there's pressure, Sbu. There's like, I'm in the industry. I need to drive a nice car. I'm like, that's exactly what I thought then. That's why I had to go buy those nice cars so people look up to me, etc. But I'm here to tell you what happened to me when I took those decisions. I'm not saying don't take those decisions, but I'm telling you, with what I know now, this is what I would do. The smart thing to do is what I'm telling you to do. But if your heart says you want to do it your way, you are going to repeat the same mistake that I made. So that's mentorship. Yes. That's why mentorship is important, because that person has done what you are trying to do. So to start a business, somebody who started a business and failed or got burned, they've got more to teach than somebody who was just given a business by their parents.
Yeah, you learn more from your failures than you do actually from your success.
That's why mentorship is very important. We have to, and yes, you are talking about funding. Funding is very crucial. But I said the other day when I posted on social media, as much as it's crucial, I think we've blocked ourselves in our minds that we need funding to start. That's a wrong mentality. And me, as somebody who's done it, I'm here to tell you that you don't. I knocked on every government institution. I knocked on every government agency. I knocked on every bank. Till today, no funding.
So how did you make this work?
I eventually attracted investors by starting the DJ Sbu breakfast after I was fired. Financed it with my own money, started it, knocked on doors, convinced radio stations to take my show as a syndicated breakfast show. Once that worked, we did a partnership with Times Media. The breakfast show, as a syndicated breakfast show on its own, had salespeople that were selling it. It was making money. Once it was making money, it was a working model. Once it was a working model, my business partners that came on board, they saw that working. And they were like, oh, let's have a conversation, Sbu. Meantime, I had plans of building an entire full-on radio station.
You're going back to what I was saying, that you invested money into your brand and what you wanted to do.
That's what I mean.
And hence, like when it grew legs, now people were starting to invest in it.
It's the same with Mofire.
But not everybody has the privilege to have money to spend in the idea. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I started it with no money. When I say
money,
yeah, money is not literally money. It's my time and energy and focus. To start a radio show is simple. I had a studio. I used what I had. I had a studio in the house. Like, look at you.
Yes.
You've been fired how many times?
I lost count.
I don't know. But can you feel that now you're free?
Yes, 100%.
Can you feel that you're free, but you're still on the mic and you still have an audience? That audience may be 100.
Yeah.
The same audience in 6 months is going to be 1,000.
Yeah.
The same audience in another year is going to be 10,000.
And there's no funding.
In another year is 100,000. The same audience on YouTube by 2022 is 1 million. You've got 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, with no funding.
Now brands are coming to you. But look, you don't have any funding. Look at you. You're starting with microphones that you bought from. This is the little you've got. That's the exact same thing I did. I used my studio at home to record the DJ Sbu breakfast at first. I recorded my shows onto CDs. I'd have mixes. So I didn't speak much, but I'd have links, but mostly mixes, music. Most of it was music that I owned at TS Records because I owned the catalog. And then I printed 1,000 CDs and I'd go give them to taxi drivers.
Yeah.
To say, nah, ma city buffet mahala, inambe puma Sbu. Hey, machi dacha, yo Sbu. And I'd go there myself. You know, like I'll sell More Fire?
Yeah.
Go to the taxi rank, give your CDs, the DJ Sbu breakfast show.
Yeah.
Or the DJ Sbu music show. Give it to Amachit. Amachit, I used to bump my mixes and I wanted to do that, so I create demand, and then I start approaching brands who say, I print 10,000 of these every month. And they go to 10,000 taxis that have got an audience in them. But then logically it says, Wi-Fi technology is doing away with CDs. So what's the next step? To do the same thing, but using technology. That's when the idea of Massive Metro came. But because the breakfast show was doing well and making money, I used that to attract investors.
Yeah.
I didn't have the 15 million rands in my pocket, but I convinced people that they can own half of my idea by investing their money into my idea to keep it moving. And that's exactly that was the birth of Massive Metro.
You know what's special about you is that everything that you're doing now, well, not everything, but majority of everything that you're doing right now is things that, I don't know, correct me if I'm right or wrong, that you learned when you're working at your mom's pasta shop.
Yeah.
And at the salon as well. Because at that time, you're meeting different characters.
Yeah.
Every day.
And other people are trying to do you under,
You understand?
you know? Yeah.
Which is why in this present moment, you're able to get whatever you want out of whoever it is. Whether it's a business person in a suit or someone, you know, that you're trying to sell More Fire to in Brie.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you know and have studied the human
psyche, behavioral patterns and how they speak,
and that's where it started.
And how to relate to them.
You know
That's what I say. My current book, that's exactly what it's talking about. The name of the book is called The Art of Hustling. It's available online, guys. Go to Amazon, get it now, download it in your Kindle, and take a read. Quick read, very small. You're gonna enjoy it.
And chill.
Between 1 and 2:30, I'm not working every day because I'm picking up my daughter. I can decide to do that, but you can't. Well, you can too,
now I
because you're
can.
independent.
Yeah, now I can.
But a lot of people out there, they can't because they're captured, right?
Yeah.
And people are, yeah, but we're grinding, we're making a check, Mr. We're not captured. You are captured because that is systematic racism that was built and designed for a black person to get out of the hood, which is a slave camp, to go to town and go work for the white man, to go make the white man rich. And at 7 o'clock, at 6 o'clock, you must go back to your slave camp in the township, because if we find you here in town without your Dompa's ID, we're going to lock you up. That was a system that was designed, and it's still continuing until today. We've just gotten so used to it, so much so that a black person can survive anywhere. You can throw us in the jungle, you can throw us in a desert, but with the little we have, we'll always survive. That's how we've made hoods so cool and fashionable. But it was initially designed to just keep us away from town, keep us away from white people, and those were slave camps. They promoted tribalism, so we fight amongst each other, we pull each other down, but it's up to us to save ourselves. Nobody's going to come and save us. And for me, every time when I work, I've got all these things in mind, and I understand that I'm on my own. I'm a black man. Do you understand? And as a black man who's looked at as a role model from where I come from, I need to be making moves that are exemplary for the other guys that are coming after me. If I make a deal with Coca-Cola today and I sell More Fire, and the deal that I'm making is a bad deal, some people are saying Mandela sold us out then. Some people are saying that.
Yeah.
And some people don't understand the climate of the country at the time. We were on the brink of a civil war. You know, it was a give and take situation, and the enemy was not going to give everything 100%. There's certain things that they hold to hold back, and for them to do those deals. Or else, we were on the brink of a civil war. Chris Hani had just died. The country was pissed off. Black people were willing to go to war. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the international community had been mobilized by artists who had been traveling and sending the message out there. The Kaifas Semenyas of this world, the Mamletambulus of this world, the Mamere Makebas, the late great Mr. Humas, all of them, they were going to the world, mobilizing, using their art and talent and music to say that's what was going on in South Africa. And sanctions were imposed in the country, and pressure was put on the apartheid government, and it couldn't continue. You know, Abu Matiba did what they had to do. But it's up to us right now to change the situation, which is the same thing. If I do a bad deal with this drink, I'm setting a precedent for future entrepreneurs. They look at me and they look at my deals as exemplary. So if I'm selling out and I'm making mistakes in how I'm structuring my companies, I'm not only messing myself up in the hope of just chasing the check, I'm messing up South Africa, because a lot of young South Africans look up to me. So I have to make sure that I would rather struggle. I'd rather not make the money now, rather be patient, get it a couple of years later, but do the right deals that are right with our conscience, with my business partners, that are right for the youth of this country, that I think are groundbreaking for the future of South African entrepreneurs, because they're not only going to be selling More Fire, guys are selling all sorts of different things now. It's becoming fashionable. As I'm speaking to you, look, there's guys with their brands that are standing there.
Yeah.
Why?
But
because I made it fashionable to hustle. And I'm not going to say me alone. Throw it in. Let me put it into the camera, bro. You know? and I'm not saying only myself. There's a whole lot of other guys that I mean.
What brand is this?
Ivati, you understand?
Yeah.
And it's cool to hustle now.
Nice.
But when I started it, a lot of people were like, hey, this guy. But now it's starting to become a trend. And a few guys like myself who made it fashionable to be an entrepreneur, who made it cool. But I think we contributed, so we can't sell out.
Here's my thing, Sbu. Okay, I hear what you're saying, right? But let me play devil's advocate for a second here. What if I am just content with having a job and I have no aspirations of running a business? Because it's also important to know your lane. You understand what I'm saying? So, like for me, as an example, I know I cannot run a business, but I'm a creative. So
you and I are the same, by the way.
You understand?
I also don't know how to run a business. I'm a creative.
I'm a creative. You understand? So I stay to my lane. So as much as yes, you wanna, you want all these people to start their own businesses. What if I just don't want to start a business and I'm content with having a 9-to-5, taking pictures because I'm a photographer and that's what I want to do?
I totally agree. That's how it is. There's a lot of people. You know, success is relative. There's somebody else who's successful who's a teacher.
Yeah.
Success is, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. I'm going to go for it. And you go for it and you get it. If that is being the best parent you can be, the best teacher you can be, the best minister you can be, the best lawyer you can be, that is your personal preference. That is true. But for me, is as long as you know knowledge, as long as you are informed and knowing
about what you're doing.
About what you're doing. And because a lot of people are in positions, but they're uninformed. They don't know that they're actually slaves.
Yeah.
Some people.
Yeah.
You know, and some other people are being exploited and they're not aware.
Yeah.
As long as you are aware and you're happy with it, then that's fine with me. But I'm also not advocating for everybody to be an entrepreneur. I understand not everybody is or will be. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But I'm saying let's wake up because it's only us that are going to save us.
Yeah.
It's not the government. The government, yes, they've got a mandate to help us, and we've got a right to criticize them every time when they're not doing their job. But we can't always just be looking at the government. We have to be I'm self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it arrogantly, like I don't need anyone. But I rely on myself so much that I believe in God, and I always say when I'm going for something, God will provide me the resources as I go.
Yeah. No, I agree with what you're saying. Everything, totally. Because we live in a time right now where if you're a person who's earning like 30 grand, right? First thing you do is you go buy a verpa. Okay, cool, sharp. And then on the weekend...
the mince one, sorry. There's another hustler hustling. What's the name of your business? Come push, bro. Come push.
Come plug in.
He doesn't want to push. Okay, let's get hustlers who want to push. Yes, all the point. I fully push it. I say push. All the point.
Hey, you get what I'm saying? How you doing, brother?
Again,
welcome. What's your name? Tabi. So what are we pushing? We're pushing?
It's Water for Life, Ivati.
Just speak on the mic.
Oh yeah, it's Water for Life, Ivati. You know, it's the basics to what you get from your water. But then what we want to focus on is the healthier side of having to drink water, you know, and not having these acidic drinks, if I may say, you know. But then basically, you know, Ivati, and what we're trying to grow is that if I'm slave, you know, in slavery, and I come up with something like I'm saying with you, Mpuza Imo fire, you know, I mean to a foreigner, it would obviously be like umuntu akhona, like like that's international. If I'm drinking more fire, you know, it's already in their mind which what is it that he's drinking fire? What is he drinking more fire? So what is more fire all about? You know, it's an energy drink, you know, you lighten up your mind, and that's what you do. Like it gives you the energy to go for, you know, what you want. Ivati, when I talk about it, I can talk to, since we're in South Africa, ngakhuluma nomuntu an Afrikaans person, just to say, right, I'm drinking vati. You know, it's not rocket science to really just wrap your head around having, you know, like, okay, vati. That's I mean, it's water. Yeah. You get it? Yeah. So like, it's basically water for life, and what we want to do is that we want to have the, like... So
change your speech from now on is stop saying what we want to do. your vocabulary needs to change from what we want to what we are doing is.
Yeah. Because what I love about this is we need to encourage a capitalist country. You know, that's the only way we're going to grow.
I wouldn't say that, but I would say we need to encourage black love. Other people call it black excellence. For me, I say it's black consciousness, because we need to understand where our history comes from first. For you to be able to be conscious enough to build businesses that are going to benefit people. Because if you're not conscious, you're not going to be aware. You're just going to become capitalistic and only chase profits. And you're also going to add on to the problem, because once you become successful, you're not going to be a part of us anymore. You're going to change and go want acceptance from the white man or from white supremacy and treat us different, because now you're capitalistic. Everything you see money. I'm different. I wouldn't say that, because that's why I always refer to me being a social entrepreneur, because I have to be caring about my community. That's why I always have to share about black consciousness and that knowledge, black love, self-love. It's very important. Because once you only chase profits, even if you become successful, then it's a waste, because your success will only benefit you and your family. You're not going to benefit the entire black community at large, because you're going to change towards us. You're going to see us as, hey, love, you know those type of blacks.
No, I hear you.
The token Negro.
It goes back to the point that I was trying to make, that right now, if you earn 30,000 rand, chances are you're going to buy a Verpa, right? And then you're going to be in the club popping bottles, Verve, whatever, on the weekends, buying Versace and all that shit. When all of that money, the money that you earned working Monday to Friday, is all going back to a white person. Because the person who owns Taboo is white. The person who owns Verpa is white. The person who owns Verve is white. The person who owns Versace is white. Hence, I love brands like this, because we need to show what you were saying, black love.
That's why I said we just created a music company called Mzekezeke Music, né? And strictly 100% all our music videos, we're not going to have international brands. For the duration of our record label, while I'm still alive, no matter what artists we sign up, we're not going to have international brands. We're going to have African brands, and we're going to open up opportunities for guys to get product placement opportunities at no cost at all. And I've seen how difficult it is to get product placement opportunities. Imagine me being famous, knowing so many famous people in Africa. I still struggle to get product placement opportunities on music videos. How much are they, you know? They're not as easy as you think they are, but they'd rather work with, you know, the international brands, which is cool. I mean, I'm not knocking Amachita. They have to go get the check. But when I saw it, I was like, wow, if I can struggle like this, imagine how other brands are struggling. And I'm seeing the brands, my man. Guys are doing incredible brands. I mean, look at that. There is somebody who did, I forgot what the name it is, but it's like appliances. It's a local black-owned appliance brand.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's beautiful, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm looking at the sneakers that the guys are making. I'm looking at the clothes. I mean, I'm looking at what guys are on another level now. But it's access to markets and marketing. Obviously, guys that don't have the budget, and the easiest way to market what we stand for, what we're about, or our brand, is music videos and social media. But music videos, these artists continue to promote international brands, but they're expecting us to support them. Meanwhile, they're supporting companies that are already wealthy. They keep promoting them even more. There's guys who are not even getting a single cent from Gucci, but have a Gucci brand all over their music video. But it goes back to that mentality that I was telling you about, that this Gucci makes me the man. So I need to wear this to feel like I'm something. And what I'm trying to say is, you don't. I make clothes look cool. So I don't need a Versace brand to feel cool, because I know who I am and I'm comfortable in my own skin. I can wear this t-shirt and I can make everybody want it. I can wear a more fire cap and I can make anybody want it. But 5 years I'm a brand. Why? Because I believe in myself. And I can continuously build an army of people that think like me, even though initially they don't. I can continuously educate on an ongoing basis and win people over to believe in me authentically and build my following organically to get to where I'm supposed to get to in all sorts of different ways. But that is me. Not everybody else can. So if artists can start opening up to start giving younger guys, younger brands opportunities to exhibit or have product placement opportunities on their music videos, it'll help quite a lot. Because I do know some artists have this excuse of saying, yeah, bro, but Red Bull is giving me 20K. Yeah, I know, bro, but such and such company is giving us 10K towards my video. Would you give me that? But come on, bro. You're making like 50K per show.
Yeah.
And you're gigging every weekend, Joe. Some guys are making 100K per show. You're gigging every weekend. You want to tell me on your music videos, can't you open an opportunity for brand owners to exhibit their stuff, to have product placement opportunities? Why do you have to get the check for everything? Because you're already blessed. You're already a star, bruh. Like, you're already blessed, man. There's guys out there that are not as blessed as you are. Can't you just at least take a stand and say, on my music videos, I will feature brands from Kokasiak, wherever you come from. Whether you come from KZN or you come from Mpumalanga or you come from Maftown. Like, can you just take a stand and say, I'm this artist, and all my music videos, I will work like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think because musicians are the most influential people all over the world. If you look at American musicians or South African musicians,
100%, yep.
musicians have got the most biggest following, even on social media.
Yeah.
It means they are the most influential people. You know why? Because their product, once they release it, they don't have to get permission at the border gate and got a logistics truck to go take it to the market and get retail deals so that distribution can be done. No, they just press enter. Their product is all over the world. Even if people don't know the language, they will vibe to the music. They're on SoundCloud, they're on YouTube, they're on Deezer, they're on Spotify, they're on all these different platforms. It's music. And music, you need to remember, it takes just 21 days to brainwash somebody's subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind doesn't know wrong or right. Your subconscious mind doesn't know future tense from past tense. Your subconscious mind takes things as they are. So when these kids have got their headphones in their rooms or they're watching your music video all the time, you're brainwashing these kids with all the content you're saying in your songs, with all the content you're having in your music videos. So why don't we use those platforms, because that's all we have as young black people of Africa, to say those will be our platforms to push our culture, to push young black-owned brands, to push this narrative. That's why Market became so big. I use my platform to help them. That's why Dankisan became so big. I use my platform to help them. That's why Kwal became so big. I use my platform to help them. That's why till today people say, Kid December, boss, something I started at YFM back in the day. It still resonates in people's ears till today. Why are people still calling me Mzekezeke? Why when people see me in the streets, want to greet me, they say, hoi, hoi. Why? Because that subconscious mind does not know right from wrong, who's saying a certain message, whether it's light or it's dark. It just takes what it's given, and it takes that information through your sight, your sense of sight, your sense of hearing, your sense of taste. It gets embedded in here, and your body yourself is just run by 5% of, but you are more capable of more. You're capable of more. You know, you can tap into more. Like everything you've ever seen with your eyes is here.
Wow.
Anything you've ever studied is in here. You've not forgotten anything. It's all in here. But it's just, that's how we work. That's why everybody's fighting for your attention. Once you get your phone, ads are popping up everywhere. You go to Twitter, there's ads popping up. Facebook, there's ads popping up. You're driving on the road, there's billboards everywhere. You're tuning onto the radio, there's ads everywhere. Why? Everybody's fighting for your subconscious mind, because everybody wants to have the opportunity to influence your decision making on what you're going to buy when you're walking into a supermarket, on what you're going to buy when you're walking into the mall, on which car you're going to buy when you're walking to a car dealership. Everybody wants your attention so they can influence you, so you can make decisions that empower them into their pockets. So once you can start understanding that and start saying, wait, hold up, wait a minute. Guys, let's use our platforms to push us. And that's what I've been doing for many years. Guys don't get it. For them to criticize this a few years ago, today it's a success. All of a sudden, everybody's vibing with me now. It shows you that...
They didn't want to open doors for you.
Exactly. And then I didn't care. I kicked them down.
Yeah.
But I'm showing you that it can be done.
Yeah.
And I'm showing you that you don't need anyone to get your ideas across. You don't even need to wait for funding. Just start. God will provide the resources as you go. And that's how I operate. But if we understand our context of being black conscious and understand the power we have united, we can make a big difference in growing our own brands. I've just given you examples about a few brands. There's more. If I say Zahara, you know the brand. If I say Rest in Peace Pro Kid, if I say Brown Dash, if I say Massive Metro, if I say Slav, if I say TS Records, Easy Nyoga Nyoga. It's all the different things I've done. They're all in my resume. It's the truth. It's not a textbook from Kai from some varsity. It's things that I've done. And this is me with just my team over the years. Now imagine if we could all be united and push the same message. How much influence we can have out there.
It'll be fucking amazing. It'll be revolutionary.
Crazy, huh?
Now, tell me something. When the music stops, what do you want to be remembered as? What do you want your legacy to be? Because a lot of people have misconceptions about you, right?
Yeah, I know that.
But you are fucking smart. Genius. You know what reminded me of you?
Yeah.
When I watched Donald Trump run for his presidency, I was like, this is DJ Sbu.
Hi, my man, I'm not Donald Trump.
No, in terms of...
But I understand where you're talking.
Because everything was calculated.
Understand where you're
People think
coming
he's stupid, but he's not. Everything that he does, there's a reason. He's just giving the people what they want.
I mean, I won't comment.
Right or wrong.
I won't comment on Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But I would say, though, I like the fact that Americans are waking up to the Democratic Party not being for them. Because, you know, when he was running, I'm sure you did hear a lot of African Americans and Americans at large saying, you don't know which devil to vote for, but it's both devils. That's what they meant. They meant the Democratic Party and the Republicans are not for black people, and they have never been.
Yeah.
Actually, Democratic Party, Democrats in America are the ones that were fighting the Republicans when the Indian president, man, the only president of color before Obama.
I don't know.
Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was a Republican. It's actually them that abolished slavery. The Democrats were against the abolishment of slavery. So it's the same party that when people are saying, yeah, Donald Trump 1, 2, 3, and 4, as much as I don't like them and I hate them, and I like the fact that now there's a conversation where people like Kanye West are coming up about, but guys, who said we need to be bullied into always voting for the Democratic Party? What if we try something different? Obviously, I will not comment on American politics because I'm not American, I'm South African, and I know South African politics better. But with the little that I know, that's what I can deduce with Americans. But for me, it's just the hunger, you know? And I just want to be remembered for the work that I've done will speak for itself. Let me just leave it there.
Yeah.
It will speak for it. I mean, you'll see it. It's already speaking for itself. You know, it's not going to just be a matter of people just playing my music and it's over. What I love about music is very influential and it lives forever.
Speaking about music, where were you when you first heard DJ Sbu got Mzekezeke?
Oh, I was at YFM. Actually, I was interviewing him.
Is it?
Yeah.
First time you heard that?
Yeah. He had a new track and he said, there's a sample I got of you.
Yeah,
I want to play it for you.
Yeah, I remember
I
once saw you at a concert. It was a Snoop Dogg. And I saw the hammer.
Yeah, we're balling those days, man. But we were young and dumb and we thought we were smart, you know?
Yeah.
Buying all these expensive sports cars. But I learned, I mean, that's why now you can see where my money is. You can see it's in institutions.
Yeah.
Back then it was on liabilities. Well, I don't even know where they are now. I don't even know how much money I've wasted, but I lost money.
So in terms of your love life, where you at right now? Are you single? Are you looking? What's going on?
I'm loving my daughter, bro, you know? And I'm loving myself. But I'm single because I'm going on a sabbatical to live overseas in 2019. I'll only be visiting South Africa. Obviously, I'll be living all over the world and traveling, but I'll be based in LA and New York. So I'll be based in 3 places, LA, New York, and Johannesburg. Yeah. That's where my businesses are all going to be, and I'm going to be building in America, but also just taking a break and just traveling the world.
Have you ever been in love, Sbu?
When
yes, Sbu.
Yeah, I'm answering you. When that time gets there, it'll get there. And I mean, my daughter was made out of love. Yeah, my daughter was planned for. We're looking to make her months and months trying. You know, we're just not being successful, trying and trying. Yeah. And I remember the early hours of the morning, the mother was like, I caught baby, I'm pregnant. I was so happy. Yeah. So my daughter was made in love. That's why her name is Warato.
Oh, nice.
You know, so I've been in love, of course, yeah.
Oh, okay. How did you meet your baby
But you
mama?
know what, ne? I don't like calling the mother of my child baby mama. You know?
What do you like?
The mother of my child.
How did you meet her?
It was I met it through a friend. Yeah. A friend of hers was a mutual friend of ours. Yeah. So I met her separately. Little did I know that she was with this friend, a friend of mine. Yeah. Because I just seen this friend, bumped into her. We chatted. Good to see you. Cheers, bye. And I walk away. When I walk away, I bumped into her. Started having chats with her. She just was not hearing me. And then I started following her. Yeah. And then they meet. I'm like, and you guys are together. Then it was easier because she was with my friend. Yeah. And that's how I was able to get her number. Basically, that's how I met her. But you know what they say, no? They say the type of woman you want, or the type of man you want, or the type of relationship you want, let me put it that way. You got to rise to the level of being the best person you can be. Yourself. The type of relationship you can have with yourself. It's how much you care about you. How much you love McG. Mr. Mukwebo, how much you care of this guy. Yeah. That you're willing to take him to the highest level where you've done things that you've always wanted to do and you've always been lazy or you've always been trying them and never succeeded, but you've all of a sudden succeeded to take your life to a certain level where you feel like, wow, I never thought that I could lose weight. I can't believe that I've got a 6-pack now. Or I never thought I could write a book. I never thought that I could finish my MBA. I finished it, now I've got it. I never thought I'd be this type of person. Now I am. You attract what you are.
Oh. Fuck, that's deep.
Yeah, that's deep.
That's deep. No wonder I've been attracting trash, dog.
And how about you? Are you in love? Pull him in, bro. You know I like putting people on.
Moment,
It wasn't planned, so let's put him on. So.
Yeah, let's say at the moment, I think.
He's in love with Vati.
Yeah, I'm in love with hustling, and I'm in love with. like you do find love.
Can I tell you something? I remember when I was working at work.
This one is not in love, man. You can see he's a good-looking guy, and he's young. He's on the hustle. You can already tell that this one ain't got time for that.
When I found out that Sbu was dating Teddy Pet, I'm like, I can get any girl I want as well.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
But I had money.
If Buddha can get it, I can get
But I
it.
had money.
Yeah, let me work on my money first.
You don't get Terry if you don't have a couple of zeros on your account. But hey, you never know, anything is possible, bro.
Yeah,
but I guess I had money.
Yeah.
But you know what happens with dating is the same as the hustle, right?
Yeah.
It's like
You lose it.
you got no, but it's like you gotta take your chances.
Yeah.
So abantu abaningi is like, hey, ngiyasabe lo mntana uzongiqhomela lo yamngena, type of thing, you know? And then you get lucky, you know?
Yeah,
And then you're waking up with her in the
you
morning
usually
and she's
get it.
sleeping, you're like, yo, umuntu wami vele,
Umuntu wami vele.
angibelieve. And ube nenhlanhla, and it's the same thing with the hustle.
Yeah.
It's about taking chances.
And when you get it, you won't believe it. You know, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Let's
this
play
is-
a game
this is
of
me.
Let's play a game of.
You know, even me, my life, I can't believe this is me. Like me, I'm your typical kasika in Dona Selokshini.
Yeah.
You like know those guys about Promekone or Abaspane Karacha, I'm those guys. That's me. That's why I love those guys so much because of whatever has happened in the past. They got to be where they are, unfortunately. But I am those guys. I always look at myself. That's why I'll sell in the streets because I'm those guys.
Okay, let's pretend we're in the streets now and play a game.
Yeah.
You want to play a game before you
Yeah,
finish?
you can go ahead.
I feel like that game you have to play it no 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I feel like
That's a good one.
DJ Sbu is more. DJ Sbu is more.
And
into
Mzekezeke will answer.
Mzekezeke is
Mzekezeke will
crazy,
answer
bro.
these.
Mzekezeke is.
He's got a good point.
I think you're gonna do a good job with this podcast, but I can hook you up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you must have him on your show.
Yeah, for real, you know.
So
you
listen,
can
we're
do
But
gonna
we're
it.
doing some great things, man. People are loving his new music. And it's just a nice vibe to have something different and fresh in the scene. But for me, it's not just about music. It's about stretching that thinking that I was saying to you, that I don't think a lot of guys think they can do more than just music. People can do music scoring. People can do animation. People can do crazy movies. That's what I want to do with Mzekezeke, man. You want to do crazy movies, animation. You want to do all these incredible things that haven't been done like us, because we all think becoming a successful DJ, traveling the world, or becoming a successful musician, rocking on stages, having swagger, driving a nice car, buying a nice house. And there's more we can do.
Have you ever been depressed, Sbu?
No. And
Never,
I
no?
never will be, yeah.
Yeah, no,
What I like about that statement that he just
And there's nothing wrong about
Yeah,
being
yeah,
depressed.
yeah.
Everybody goes
Yeah,
through,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I understand that.
It's life.
The reason why I say I won't, I'll give you a chance now,
yeah,
because
sure.
I've discovered who I am, and I'm at the center of, like, I'm at peace with who I am.
Yeah.
And I think as I've matured, I've become wiser, and I'm in touch with my God, and I understand that I am a God. And initially I used to be against people that call themselves gods. I'm like, hey, it's blasphemous. Yeah. But we are gods because we are made in the image of God. When you read your Bible, it tells about Jesus Christ. You'd understand that his hair was woolly and his skin was the color of brass and bronze. And that's a black man. So when I started understanding that, I've been brainwashed all my life to see that white Jesus Christ picture at the dining room house next to that picture of my makoko and my mamkulu. You know that black and white one?
Yeah.
There's a
We all
Jesus
left that
Christ
white.
who's white there.
Yeah.
And Jesus Christ was not white. As soon as I realized all those truths and I started going to dig and doing research about who I am, I became more comfortable with being this person that I am, that I don't think I'll ever be depressed.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
that's deep.
That is deep, very, very deep. All right, Sbu, thank you so much, man. You know,
My man, kanjalo nje. You were saying something that disturbed
What
you.
I was
Sure.
saying was that you brought the statement across, Yoguti. You, as Mzekezeke, he's not that music person. He's not just his boundaries just aren't about music. You know, you go across the boundaries. You know, you want to do the animation. the way
him being my partner, we want to do all of that, Joe.
The mere fact yokuthi nje Mzeke, you know, he came in agqoke a jumpsuit, you know, and to look at him, to look
I can't say busy jumpsuit overall,
you know, and
the EFF is I'm cap, but you know, Julius Malema Pelumzex man. To look, and that's why I love him. I love him. I am not EFF, but I love Julius because he speaks truth to power.
And to look through that like ngithi paratlava, I won't say schemas because it's ekasa sibizi paratlava. You know, you see that's a black man, you know, and he's
busy copperhead.
we're breaking boundaries, and what I'm trying to get across is that black success, black what successfulness, what do you call it, black
success,
black excellence.
Yeah.
Black excellence. When you look at it nowadays, you know, I mean, back then, you know, your parents would tell you that, you know, you go to school, you graduate from school, and that's how black excellence is resembled. That's a resemblance of black excellence.
Because that's how they trap them.
But then today, I mean, me now, you know, ukula ukuthi ithiye sifikile sihamba phansi, you know, sifika no major sabashaya basigaya amamitha ntwana sibhaya amadlala, you know. And then when you look at things like that, you start to realize ukuthi Mzekezeke is actually, let me just say, DJ Sbu is actually something ukuthi ukubonisa ukuthi, you know what, you can achieve black excellence in more than just one way. You know, I mean, like depression. When you ask that question about depression, like, can you imagine how many students kill themselves a year, or like just ukuthi nje angipasanga? But then umuntu wakhona uzothola ukuthi he was better at climbing a tree than opening up a book.
But the thing is with depression, it's an illness. But as black people, we're grown up thinking it's taboo. Like being emotional, you know.
Yeah.
Like, be a man, you know, but it's like you need to take medication. It's an illness, you know. And if you don't treat it, then
I won't comment on it because I haven't been in that state.
Yeah.
But I have dated somebody who's been in that state where I was also confused, and anything you say, you know, when you fight with everything with your partner, but you love each other. But it's like you can say something like, "Hey, you know," and then this is what happened. And they came, why is it because of they create stories in their mind and they create a scenario that they believe to be true 100%. And they accuse you of it, and it's something negative that you do not even do or you know nothing about. And that happens all the time, and you keep fighting all the time. And it's a sad scenario to be in. And once we found out and she was diagnosed with depression, and then we found out we had to seek for help, it's not cool. And I don't know whether social media is adding to that right now, with young people seeing other people looking like they're successful when they're not, and thinking they're not doing well themselves.
It has a part to play, especially nowadays.
I think so. I think so.
But listen, on a lighter note, I wanted to ask you something. What did I want to ask you? Oh, yes. So, having been doing this podcast, right?
Yeah.
I've interviewed a lot of celebs that have been in the game for a very long time. And you guys all share the same characteristic, which is being humble. And then I look at, like, celebrities that are coming up now and blowing up. They don't give a fuck about humility. And for me, I don't know how you feel, but I think humility is the key to success. Anyone that's successful is always humble.
I mean, there are a lot of people that are dickheads and they're successful, but unfortunately, their success doesn't last that long. You know, I think at some point they also do learn. And they learn, but you know what?
I was watching a Quincy Jones documentary the other day on Netflix, and he said, after all his success, 2 things that he will give any advice to anyone, whatever industry you want to be in, is humbleness and gratitude. Yeah,
being thankful.
Yeah.
So I totally agree. Humility is very important. It moves mountains. Although I am aware that generations differ. The generation before can never be the same as the generation after.
You need to bear that in mind.
Yeah. And I mean, You can tell also the difference in generations with me and you. I don't swear when I speak, you do.
Fucked up.
Things like that, you know what I mean? And I can't be mad at you for that because you are you and I'm me, and I can't force you to be me, you know? And that's what I always share with my guys my age. You can't be mad at the youngsters. They're doing them, you know? Just let them be until they snap out of it, they grow out of it themselves.
I never thought about that, eh?
but it's natural. It's things like that where you gotta be humble though, you know? But it doesn't mean because you swear it doesn't make you humble. It just, you know, it's about the environment.
Thing that you say.
But I mean, there's guys my age as well who swear a lot. I mean, I understand that and I know, but I just choose not to swear. That's me. But that's how I was brought up as well. So generation, the younger guys now, you're right. They don't
give a fuck.
Yeah, and that's what you gotta be to go for what you want. You have to. Don't go with the rules. Break the rules. You know? Okay, let me say bend the rules, because they're going to say, Sbu said we must break the rules. Bend the rules like I did, and I got myself fired out of Metro. But it was a calculated move. That's why there's massive Metro now. But what I'm saying, what I want to say, guys, is I encourage that behavior. As long as it's not malicious. As long as it's not unethical. It's not unethical. As long as it's not unethical. And as long as you're not stepping on anybody's toe negatively, and it has to be calculated. Do you know what I mean? So that when you do get those repercussions, because trust me, there will be repercussions. When they do come, you gotta know that I planned for this and I knew that it would happen this way. Although the repercussions might not be towards my favor, but the bigger picture is I benefited this. Like maybe I lose the battle to win the war type of thing. Like at Metro, I lost my job to win the war, to win the radio station. And look at where Mofa is today. You know, the dialogue was created by, he was fired off Metro because of that countering, and everyone started talking about it. And then they grew legs, they gave it legs, and it just grew. And that's what I'm saying. I encourage that behavior, because if I don't encourage that behavior, you're always toying along the straight lines of that slave mentality of, you must work here, you are chasing at this time, this is your job to do, don't do this, don't do that. It's like, be you. I encourage you to be you. Kanye is right, be a free thinker. Don't let anybody.
Kenyan, eh?
Because he doesn't let anybody impose their own ideologies on him. He doesn't like being bullied. He's a free thinker. Because I'm a free thinker too. I don't exist in the box. I'm out of the box.
You don't conform.
When I start a company and I say it's Mzekezeke music, but Mzekezeke, this was Sbu, only it proves my theory is right. A lot of people are still small-minded. They're still concentrating on Mzekezeke being Mzekezeke. They don't understand where my mind is at and what I'm doing with I'm doing with this guy and why are we partnering to form a record label. And that's the thing though. It takes people that are like that, like I'm crazy. I'm a crazy guy. And my crazy ideas made me the man I am today, and I appreciate being me, you know. And I don't like being told. I don't like being told. That's why I had to be independent. Now I'm an independent. I'm a free agent. Nobody tells me what to do. But you got to be responsible with that independence. I can't just because nobody tells me what to do, I ill-treat my team at Massive Metro. I ill-treat people at Mofire. I'm not a cool person to work with. I'm arrogant. I can't. I can't. You need to remember, you know, it's very, very important. People first, you know, before you. But to tell you the truth, I am independent. I don't work for anyone. If I don't work, I don't get paid. So I have to keep grinding. I have to work because I feed a lot of families. You know.
How much you worth now?
I don't know now, but I think I'm a billionaire. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Fuck, I is. Wait, for real?
How? You see, proves my theory correctly when I say people are small-minded. This guy. I didn't say I've got it in my bank account. He asked me and he said, "How much do I think I'm worth?" And I tell him that $1 billion. And I haven't even said dollars, because he probably is thinking in rands, and I think in dollars. Do you understand? So $1 billion at least.
Let's be realistic.
Dollars. I mean, and I say it without flinching. $1 billion, $1 billion, bro. I'm a billionaire. You gotta know that. In my account right now, probably maybe 30,000 rands. Month end today, ne? So month end today, I'll be getting my salaries, but from companies I've created, you know? My salary, and once salary is coming, you pay the bills, so. But the worth is I'm a billionaire, you know? I act like one. I treat people like I am one. I create foundation to help people. I think like one. I'll be building university. I've got a school Which 39-year-old do you know that has got a school with 100 students? Which 39-year-old do you know that has got an education foundation that has been running for 12 years and that's educated hundreds of kids? Which 39-year-old do you know that has released 7 albums of his own, 3 best-selling books, and that has executive produced over 30 albums from other people, and that has built multiple brands? I think I'm worth more than billions, actually, even.
Only DJ Sbu.
No. And it's not being braggadocious, but I say you are kings and queens, you know? You got to see yourselves as one. You guys are billionaires. It's about the mindset. Wow. It's not about them. Sorry, it's not about the money. Don't get me wrong. It's not about the money. It's the mindset. I'm that big. I'm on that level. I'm on the highest you can ever think. That's how I look at myself. But without having to be arrogant. Yeah. You're humble about it, but you know your worth. Yeah. I'm a billionaire, bruh. Don't make that mistake. Don't even look at me as a millionaire. I'm a billionaire, bruh. Billionaire, Baba. Billionaire. Without even flinching. Billionaire. Billionaire Sbu. That's all you gotta know. Because even if I go out today, my companies are gonna be there. You guys are gonna see these in every street corner for the rest of your life. You're gonna die and leave it here. Wow. I'm a billionaire, bruh. Don't make that mistake. Don't get it twisted. Make no mistakes. I gotta correct this one. I'm a billionaire. Don't ever be surprised ever again.
No, thank you so much, DJ Sbu, for taking time to chat to me. You know what? One thing I love about you is you're always willing to give out information to anybody.
It's dope because you're my boy, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
We go way back. So he hits me up yesterday, and then this interview happens today.
Yeah.
And then I haven't seen him there. I just drag him onto the seat.
Yeah.
And it's just, when you're comfortable with who you are, you're not threatened by pulling people into your light. Do you understand?
And showing them
and that's what it's about. Yeah. Because I don't care even if this guy succeeds or he overtakes. I don't have those fears. I want him to. Because I'm comfortable with who I am and I know what I can build. I know what I'm capable of, you know? Yeah. And once we start thinking like that, things change, you know?
Yeah. There's only like a few celebrities that have given me, you know, when you say celebrity, what's it called? When you say celebrity and you're like...
Oh, they call it, starstruck.
Yeah. It was you and Fresh. First time I met you, I was starstruck, dog. And then I ended up having, fortunately, to work with you and I became a colleague. And yeah, dude, you're a wonderful person. I love the work you do. And may God bless you and give you more blessings.
Thank you, bro. I'm proud of you too, eh?
Thank
Nothing
you,
but love. Shout out to Vati Mfana.
Yeah.
Sell yourself, Mfana.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for giving me the opportunity, you know, like to put the brand out there like this.
So where can people get Vati?
Vati is not in any stores at the moment. At the moment, we're dealing with very physical exchange, physical selling. You know, we have physical distribution, and I think that's one of our strengths.
We're still building, right?
Yeah, we're still building.
So he's basically more fire about 4 years ago. Still starting.
Yeah, and funny enough, it was started 2014, the same year that Emo Fire was.
Fuck, man, I feel like starting something after this interview.
Yeah. and he was one of the first guys that started things. He started Rock the Girls condoms even before Mo Fire. See, that's the thing. He just never followed through. He gave up at some point. Yeah. Whether it was money problem, whatever it might have been, but he gave up at some point. And what makes successful people successful is consistency.
Yeah, 100%. But I needed to go through that because if another Rock the Girls would have come along now,
I agree.
I'd handle it differently.
Better, yeah. Same here. Yeah. I needed to go through the mistakes I made when I was young to be able to be better.
This is DJ Sbu, the only nigga I know who can sell ice to an Eskimo.
You better know, bro. Billionaire. Don't make that mistake, Baba. Now I am a put about Melanchalian riding. Billionaire, Baba. Billionaire from the hood, the kasi, Baba. From a kasi, from nothing, bro. Like best no plumber kasi ngana next. Just have stash water, just plumber na makenge kunin. Singana fuck all, boy. Simple, you know, like when your mouth is like dry, bro. And you're like, Jenso, it's all over you, kaul. Nzamin you just within Kaza, then even my chips now brown ni kaul. I'm that guy. Yeah. That's why I can sell. That's why I can teach people to sell. I can help educate, help other people out there, share knowledge and wisdom, and challenge people to think big. When I'm saying billionaire, I'm not saying it from a point of being braggadocious. I'm challenging. I'm pissing you off. I'm like, hey, wake up, Baba, billionaire, Baba, from a casa, yeah.
Happy, bro. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it.
Also, RIP, bro. RIP WHP, RIP Kill, RIP Brown. Rest in peace to all the guys. Guys, you guys are all young. 40 is even young, guys. Let's look after our lives, you know. don't be in a hurry like things are gonna end. Like you gotta chase. No, just take things easy, man. Look after yourselves, guys. Really look after yourselves.
But I'm happy you're going on a sabbatical next year.
Yeah, bro.
You've been
I
working,
need it.
bro.
I know. I've been at it, bro.
You need to enjoy that
I've
money.
been at it. I'm gonna have fun next year, Joe.
Have fun, bro.
I am gonna have fun, Joe. Nizongibona ngivaya ema-Caribbean, nizongibona ema-Bahamas, engizonitayilishela lapha ku-Instagram next year, man. 2019, yo. Nizongibona ema-California, ema-Malibu, ema-San Francisco, nizongibona ema-Miami, ema-Germany, ema-Ibiza. Like I'm gonna be living. It's time for me to live because I work hard. You know what I mean?
Hard,
and for me, that's a value of spending money as opposed to how dumb I was when I was younger, spending it on nice cars.
Yeah.
But now, rather spend your money on traveling the world. Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Sbu. Do check him out. When is your show? 69.
Doesn't matter. Don't worry. They know. Billionaire, bro. They know. Okay. Bye, Hustler. Okay.
Podcast and chill. Matt G, the Ghost Lady, and Len Moleko.